Hi class, how are you? Good, good. All right, well, we're going to continue our work on U.S. elections. I give you back your summaries and give you a few moments at the beginning of class to look over them. And you don't need them now, but we will be using them at the end of class. So please put them away and we will move forward. All right, well today we're going to do a lot of work on writing. All right, I know you've been doing some writing. You did a great job on the summaries like I said. But now we're going to work on improving our writing. We want to make our writing more academic. What do I mean when I say academic? Anybody? Yes, who's that? Smarter, that's good. Okay, Victoria, you want to add to that? More school-like. Yeah, academic, school, right. So we want to write some longer sentences. While your summaries were great, and they were, I want you guys to work on writing longer sentences, making them more meaningful and powerful, because next year you're going to be in high school, and writing, you're going to have to do a lot of writing. So I want to prepare you for that. So today our objective is on the board. The students will be able to write non-restrictive adjective clauses. What does that mean? All right, we can think about that. Let's start with the last word, clauses. What is that? Yes, Fulon. Yeah, like a sentence. There's a subject part and a verb part, a predicate part. Right, very good. They're not always complete sentences, right? Okay. Adjective. What's an adjective? All right, Pedro. Yes, it describes a noun. All right, so we're going to describe something. A clause that will describe non-restrictive. Non-restrictive also, when we're talking about grammar in the sense, will mean non-essential. So what's essential mean? Important, yes. So not important. All right, so a not important clause that uses an adjective to describe something? Maybe. We'll discuss this a little bit more. But I want you guys to write the SWOBOT in your notebook. Very good. All right, everyone have them? Good. All right, so I said we want to work on our improvement of writing. So I'm going to read some sentences to you. So just listen. The boy ran home. He is my friend. The boy who ran home is my friend. All right. The ice cream melted. The ice cream is chocolate. The ice cream, which melted, is chocolate. The hat, which is black, is mine. All right, so the sentences all related to each other, yes? Yes. So the first sentence, let me read that again for the first pair. The ice cream melted. The ice cream is chocolate. And the second one, the ice cream, which melted, is chocolate. So what's the difference between those two sentences? Right, the first one has two sentences, the second one has one sentence. Very good. Choppy. Who said that? That is good. Yeah, when you have two short sentences, sometimes they're a little choppy, right? And if you want to make it sound more academic, a better sentence, you can write it as one. So let me write down, the boy who ran home is my friend. Actually, are there any volunteers? Oh, thank you very much, Armani. Come on up. All right, yes. Nicely done. You copied it exactly. The boy, comma, who ran home, comma, is my friend. All right. So the non-restrictive adjective clause, I'm just going to tell you right off the bat, and this one is who ran home. Okay, so non-essential, remember that. So if you take out the clause, it says the boy is my friend. Right? That's important. The boy is my friend. That identifies the boy and tells you about him. And when you see the part that ran home, it gives you more detail about the boy, but it's really not important in what I'm saying about the boy. Does that make sense? All right, let's try another one. The hat is black. The hat is mine. Who wants to write this new sentence on the board? Great. Thank you very much, Victoria. Okay. The hat, which is black, is mine. All right, so what's the non-essential information? Which is black, right? The hat is mine. That's what's important. I want people to know that's my hat. You may or may not care it's black, but I like to give it a little more extra information. All right? So we're going to think about that as we write and work on these sentences. Okay. So let's go back to relative pronouns. Which and who are relative pronouns? What's a pronoun? Yes, it stands in place of a noun. Excellent work. All right? Relative pronouns. We can write them up on the board here. Who are they? We have who. We have which. You can look in your notebooks if you need to. Whose, whom, and that. Excellent. You need to know those because we're going to write these sentences. The extra information in the non-restrictive adjective clause, they're all going to start with these relative pronouns. Now, that, the word that, this relative pronoun for these sentences, it's better English, if you will, to say which. So we're not going to use that. We're going to cross that off our list. Now, whom is up there too. In whom, it's very proper, formal English. And for the writing we're doing today, we're not going to use whom. So we're going to cross that off our list. So today you will work with who, whose, and which. All right? Any questions on that? Okay. So make sure you guys write those down. If you don't have them already in your notebook, write them today under your non-restrictive adjective clause notes. Okay. Excellent. Very good. All right. So let's do a couple sentences here as a group, and we're going to focus on the relative pronoun. All right. So who wants to write on the board this time? Okay, very good. Maria, come on over. The president who is elected by the voters serves for 4 years. All right, no, stay up here. All right. She's going to circle the relative pronoun. Oh, you already did it. You're quick. Okay, next sentence. All right, Samid, very good. The presidential candidate who gets the majority of the votes usually wins the election. All right, you got both commas in there. Notice that they have 2 commas, one on each side of the clause. Okay, right before the relative pronoun. So now you can circle the relative pronoun. Excellent. Okay, who? The presidential election, which is the first Tuesday in November, decides who will be president of the U.S. All right, come on up here. Hannah, very good. Yes. All right, and now circle the relative pronoun. Which. Okay, so you guys are going to do these in your table groups. I want to make sure everybody's participating. So, yes, will you hand these out? Thank you very much, Mohammed. All right, so you guys will get one sheet of paper for each table. I'm going to circle the room, and I want to hear you guys talking about each sentence. And you guys are going to just go ahead. At this point, you are going to circle the relative pronoun. Okay, you guys got that easy. Okay, so now you guys are going to go ahead and with those same sentences where you circled the relative pronoun, you are going to go ahead and rewrite the sentences without the clauses, without the non-essential information. I just want to work this backwards a little bit so you can really see the sentences and how the clauses are helping support the sentences, make them stronger. All right, so we're going to break them down a bit more. So I'll do the first one with the whole class, and then you guys will do these at your table groups. So the first one is, my mother, who's now a U.S. citizen, will get to vote in the next election. Okay, this is not new information. This is something we've talked about in our social studies class. All right, so what will the sentence be? Nice. My mother will get to vote in the next election. All right. Let me see what you wrote down. Excellent. And you took out the commas too. Excellent. Okay. So you guys will go ahead and go through these at your table groups, rewrite each sentence. There are 4 sentences. There are 4 of you in each group. So yes, each one of you will be responsible for writing the sentence out. So I'm going to circulate as you guys do this and follow up with you. All right, you guys did a good job breaking this down a little bit more. Okay. Now, with the next set of sentences, you're just going to work with a partner. Yep, the person next to you. Okay. And you will write one sentence without the clause and create a new sentence from the clause. So the last exercise, you wrote the new sentence, and then you had this extra set of words, which is black, as in the sentence about my hat. So now, if we were going to use that sentence, the hat, which is black, is mine. The hat is mine is one sentence. What will be the next sentence? Yes, the hat is black. Excellent. So that will be a separate sentence. All right, so you guys are going to go through those. There are 4 sentences, 2 of you working together. You each write 2. You can help each other and talk about this. In fact, I want to make sure that you are talking about it and writing them. All right, so I'm going to circle around the room while you do that. All right, you guys worked really well on that one. Good job. All right, so this time you guys will be partners with the people across from you. And this time you're just going to circle the non-restrictive clauses. I just want to make sure you guys can get these really quickly, and so you start seeing them. The next one, the first one, we will do together. My dad, who's over 7 feet tall, hates basketball. That's kind of funny, right? All right, so who wants to come up and circle the non-restrictive clause? Nicely done. Thank you very much. So do those partners across, communicate. Each of you will write, each of you will do be the writer for the sentence. Okay? All right, now the next sentence, set of sentences, just keeping the same partners. You have new sentences. You guys will circle the non-restrictive adjective clause and then underline the topic of the sentence which it refers to. Going back to the sentence, the hat, which is black, is mine. Circle the clause. It's up here on the board. Yes. And what does it refer to? Which is black. It refers to me or the hat? It refers to the hat. You see how that works? Refers to the hat. So you have to think about what the clause is identifying as supporting or modifying. Okay? So I'm going to go around the room while you guys do that. All right. Good work. Now, independent activity. I'm going to hand out the close exercises. And you remember close exercises that you fill in the blank. And in this case, the blank in the clause will be where the relative pronoun will go. And you can look at the relative pronouns up here on the board if you need to as a reference. And so if you're using a who or a whose, will that refer to a person or a thing? Excellent, a person. And if you're using which, does that refer to a person? No, a thing, mostly. Okay, excellent. So go ahead, do the closed exercises in front of you, writing in the relative pronoun. I want you guys to make sure they're spelled correctly. All right, so they're up here on the board. There should be no excuses. You should be able to handle this just fine. I'm going to come check on you. All right, so let's go over a couple of them. The movie blank was violent, was terrible. Okay. The movie which was violent. Excellent. All right. And Abraham Lincoln blank was the 16th president, freed the slaves. Who freed the slaves? It identifies that. We still know he's the 16th president. We got a little extra information. I said that backwards, but you know what I'm saying. Very good. Okay. So now you guys are going to write some new sentences. All right. So you're going to get some sentences in front of you. I'm going to hand those out to you. I don't want you to look at them yet, so I'm not handing them out. And for the first one, my son is Scott. He gets into a lot of trouble. So you guys are going to write a new sentence using a relative pronoun and creating your own non-restrictive adjective clause. Does that make sense? Right. All right. So in this sentence, my son is Scott. In the next sentence, he gets into a lot of trouble. Combine those. Who wants to come up and do that one? All right. Maria, come on up. Yeah. Yeah, you can write the sentences together. My son is Scott. He gets into a lot of trouble. Okay, so my son, who gets into a lot of trouble, is Scott. Very good. All right, do you have commas in here? 2, yes. One after my son, and then at the end of the clause is Scott. Now remember, when you cover up the middle with the 2 commas, the first part, my son is Scott, makes sense. But you want the commas to offset, to separate it. All right, so you want 2 commas for each of these sentences. So I'm going to go around the room and look at you guys, look at your work while you go ahead and do it. If you have a question, raise your hand. But you can look up here for your relative pronouns. You guys will have 2 commas. So relative pronoun, 2 commas, 1 sentence. Okay? Excellent. All right. All right. Now, I also want to commend you, congratulate you. You guys are doing a great job on this. I want you, with the clauses that you did, to circle the subject that the clause is supporting. All right, so go ahead and do that real quickly. You guys are doing a great job on this. Excellent work all the way around. All right, let's go over these. The car is fast. The car is painted like a rainbow. The car, which is fast, is painted like a rainbow. Okay, very good. All right, we'll do a couple more. We don't have to go over all of these, but I just want to see how you guys are doing. Okay. Swedish Hospital. Okay, what's next? Yep, Witches on Capitol Hill. Blank, yes, and the end of it was founded in 1910. Okay, one more, same fashion. Someone will say the first part. Mount Rainier, yep, Claus, which is the highest peak in Washington. Excellent, is actually a volcano. All right. And as I went around the room, you guys are doing a great job with the commas too. Excellent work. Okay. Now, let's relate some of this writing that we're doing to elections. All right. So, you guys will see on your summaries, you may have noticed, pull out your summaries, that I've circled certain phrases in different color pens, right? You'll see all of your summaries have blue marks, red marks, and green marks. All right. You should have at least 2 blue marks, 2 green marks, and 2 red marks. Did everybody have that on their paper? You guys see those? Excellent. So the blue marks are 2 sentences that I see that can be combined into one. Anyone want to guess what kind of sentence you'll be making? Yes, a non-restrictive adjective clause. Excellent. So what I want you guys to do is each of you to write the 2 sentences for the blue ink, write the 2 sentences for the green ink, and write the 2 sentences for the red ink first. All right? And I'm going to go around the room and make sure you're doing that properly and that you're getting those sentences and you can understand what I meant and what I circled. All right? So I'll check on you on that. All right. Now these sentences, sometimes are a little more complex than the sentences we were working on, but I still have faith that you can go ahead and combine these into one sentence. So again, you've got the proper relative pronouns that you'll need here. Remember the 2 commas, that's on the list here. And I want you guys to work on your own sentences, all right? And when you're completed, the person across from you, if they're when they're completed, you guys will switch papers and go over each other's work, and you guys will discuss that and make sure that everything seems okay. All right? So go ahead and do that, and I will walk around the room while you guys are writing out your new sentences taken directly from your summaries. All right, good work. How do you guys feel about your new sentences? Yeah. Yeah, and what do you think they're going to look like in your summaries? Yeah, they're going to make them better? Yeah. More academic sounding? Oh, nice way to bring it back to the beginning of class. All right, so for your homework tonight, you guys are going to rewrite your summaries. All right? Now, the focus of the rewrite is to make sure that the new sentences you created are in the rewrites. So the ones I circled in blue, for example, that sentence won't be in your new summary, will it? No, but the sentence you created out of those 2 will be in your summary. All right? Now, any of the other feedback on your summaries we will get to next time in class. So I really want you to focus on creating your summaries, rewriting your summaries with your new sentences. And then we'll go ahead and review that and talk about how the new summaries sound. And I want you to keep the old summaries because we'll go ahead and compare that. All right? You guys have any questions? All right, how do you feel about this? Do you guys feel that you can go home and rewrite your summaries with this new information? Okay. All right, if you guys have any problems, come see me after class. And we have a couple of moments left. So make sure you have all your information up here, that you have your homework written down. As I circle the room, I want to make sure that you're all writing your homework to rewrite the summaries using the new sentences you created today. And then put the focus is on non-restrictive adjective clauses. Okay? Excellent work. All right. Thank you very much.